another track. I hear a hissing sound, I smell a funny smell. I gasp, I can't breathe. Ignorance is laughing at me, waiting on my downfall. But he can't stop the prophet.
Well, Prophet, it seems like you're in a bit of a jam. I hope you can unstick yourself. Oh, and what you did to my wife, it was nothing. I have others. The saga continues.
Can't be sleeping, keep on waking without the woman next to me. Guilt is burning, inside I'm hurting. This ain't a feeling I can keep, so blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me, don't blame it on me. Blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me, don't blame it on me. Blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. So blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Can't you see it? I was manipulated. I had too little through thoughts and tears. I was the pain she missed. She needed mental talk, so blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. So blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Oh, I'm so sorry, baby. Yeah. I got to things. I'm sorry. Oh, I promise. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Yeah, yeah,
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. It's Chicago and the Miami Heat. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Mourning is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Crawford. And it's Teague in the point guard position. Now here's Teague. Nene unable to get his shot to go. They set the pick. Pass
right now somewhere. He at the table with a bowl of Apple Jacks, and he's reading the back of the cereal. And in between eating the Apple Jacks, he's writing. And he want my spot. I'm gonna find him though. I'm gonna sign him. I don't want no problems.
Like we always do it this time. Cookie cold, blowing your mind. Hey dummy, this no accident, all of this was designed. Took my time, cook a crack from behind. Then I opened up your blinds, rise and shine. Cold world, same used to drive around with your girl. In my mama's Civic, now I'm out. Hold this real, I ain't got a gimmick, I just floated. The boy that set fire to the booth. In a game full of liars, it turns out that I'm the truth. Some say that rap's alive, it turns out that I'm the proof. Cause the ones y'all thought would save the day can't even tie my boots. The ones y'all thought can hang with me can't even let these words be my I don't rhyme my before I wake, I pray to the Lord, my soul to take, my soul to take, my soul to take. My soul to take. Lord, I've been dreaming about the paper. Get rich before I see my life taper. Hope my mama get to see Jamaica before she meet her maker. I hoop but never good enough to ever be a Laker. But these words I recall got me ballin'. Jordan, more than a rapper, this a natural disaster. Boy, I'm meaner than Katrina mixed with Gina. Shut up, Cole. This is for back home, homes. What up, Bo? This is for them that played me. What up? Nah, I ain't mad, it's sad. You went from bad to real bad. Two kids that don't even know they real dad. Real sad, baby girl, I wish you still had it. Then maybe you could get a taste of living Philmatic. It's cold, still at it. Y'all be talking about the same and how I feel about it. That's why I don't respect that. You talking cold planning funerals, you might fit the. Before I wake, I pray to the Lord, my soul to take. My soul to take, my soul to take, my soul to take. Hey, get on your job, little man. This ain't Saturday. We in two different lanes. You can't navigate. We in two.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. It's the Chicago Bulls and the Miami Heat. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Teague out there with Crawford. Then there's Nowitzki. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Mourning in at the 5 spot. Shot clock at 6. Nowitzki a screen. Leonard no luck. And here's Westbrook. The dish to Carroll. Feeds it to Nene. Oh! That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what?
Man.
That man can climb a ladder.
And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. Leonard on the wing. Wow, way off on that one. And here are the Heat now. Here's Hughes. Lays it up and banks it in.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Teague. There's Crawford with the three. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. There's the screen. Westbrook drives in. The shot by Nene. No good. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Nowitzki a screen. Pass to Crawford. Nobody near Leonard. Sinks the triple.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
Nene, the screen. Westbrook passes to Hughes. Here's Sabonis. He dishes it to Westbrook. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Westbrook's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now here's Teague. He kicks it to Nowitzki. And the basket good.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Hughes kicks to Westbrook. Passes it to Hughes. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Teague against Westbrook. Here's the screen. Nowitzki a screen. And here's Leonard from three. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Westbrook dishes to Carroll. Nene against Nowitzki. Shot from 12. Hits the front of the rim and out. Outside Teague. Dishes to Leonard. Kicks it to Mourning. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Miami with the ball. Westbrook passes to Sabonis. And he dunks it down.
Ooh, good D, but better O. It's almost as if they're just standing there.
Well said. Well, for the most part, they were just standing still, Clark.
And you know what, Kevin? He's not the most explosive player on the court, but if you give him a clear lane to the basket, he'll punch it on you. Dirk Nowitzki, he can dish the rock, too.
Westbrook against Teague. Left side, Westbrook. Pass to Hughes. Here's Sabonis, guarded by Crawford.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Westbrook against Teague. He feeds it to Crawford. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Leonard, no luck. And here's Miami. There's the feed to Westbrook. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
The Heat making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Smith with it. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. Leonard draws the double. And stolen by Jeff Teague. It's stolen by Smith. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
Now here's Teague. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Crawford kicks to Leonard. Another miss by Leonard.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Outside Leonard. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. Teague kicks to Leonard. The drive by Nowitzki. And too long on the shot. Miami leading by 4. Smith dishes to Leonard. And there's another one for the Heat.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for.
Now here's Teague. Nowitzki outside. Here's the 3. Here's Leonard, who's back up. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play. Bulls shooting their first free throw of the game right now. 19 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ginobili against Anderson. In the corner, Smith with it. And here's Leonard from 3. And that's not going to go. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Miami ahead. They're up by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp. Not much stagnation at all on offense.
We've got John Henson. Patrick Beverly out there with Myers Leonard. Then there's Ginobili. And it's Smith in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami. T out with it. Leonard picks him up.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. But as long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
Now here is Holiday. 4 on the shot clock. The 3. Miami grabs the miss. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Hardaway's checked in for Smith. Last game for the Bulls, it was a loss to Denver. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. There's a screen. Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway.
An easy layup after coming off the pick. Hardaway has got the first basket of the second quarter for the Heat.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. The Heat leading by 5. Everly with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Beverly, the pass to Ginobili. Left side, Leonard. And he slams it one-handed.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard. And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
The Bulls making a switch here. Kukoc is checked in. Now here is Hardaway. Diaw missing his last shot. It's Ginobili with the drive. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And now it's an 11-point Heat lead. Now here is Holiday. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And there's the pass to Kukoc. Anderson outside to end the run. The shot is off. Now the Heat take it the other way. Ginobili kicks to Hardaway. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Nene, he's checked in for the Heat. Chicago calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Westbrook kicks to Nene. Just 5 on the clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Carroll with the 3. So the whistle blows on the shot for 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his first personal foul.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Heat.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. The Heat leading by 10. Westbrook kicks to Nene. To the left wing. From the arc. Westbrook, no good. Bulls trail by 10. Teague against Westbrook. Teague kicks to Leonard. Puts up a three. Carroll with the rebound.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Westbrook kicks to Carroll. On the wing, Hughes. It's tipped. A three from Leonard. But they'll get another chance.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Teague. Left side, Leonard. Another shot. And it's denied.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Mourning dishes to Crawford. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The Heat leading by 9. Hughes kicks to Nene. The dish to Westbrook. That's short off the rim.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Teague, the pass to Crawford. 6 on the shot clock. He took good advantage of that screen. Nowitzki's got 5 points so far.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Carroll. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll. 1:25 left here in the second. Bulls trail by 7. Now Crawford. They set the pick. Outside Teague. Feeds it to Nowitzki. No luck. And Miami the other way now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Westbrook passes to Hughes. Nene, the screen. Here's Sabonis. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. He has 5.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Teague kicks to Nowitzki. And finished off by Leonard.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Westbrook kicks to Nene. The shot. They get it again. Bulls trail by 8. Nowitzki a screen. Teague dishes to Nowitzki. Pass to Crawford. Gets it off. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so that's the end of the first half. Heat lead by 8. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Give it up for your Heat Nation.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
Leonard having a good one. 13 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
The second half just about to get going here. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something because he looks a little faster today than normal.
Yeah. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Chicago right now, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Teague. Then there's Mourning. And it's Crawford at the shooting guard.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Well, Heat leading by 6. They get it back. Chicago with the ball. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 3 assists in the game. There's the screen. Passes to Smith. And the 3 ball is good. Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
Mourning with the screen. Leonard, no luck. The Heat with the lead. Everly with the ball. Picked up by Teague. Kicks it to Henson. Teague on the double team. And that is good. And the Heat lead by 8.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Mourning with the screen. The 3 from Leonard. Here's Nowitzki. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Nowitzki's got 4 points this quarter. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They trail by 6. Teague, the pass to Crawford. Mourning with the screen. Nowitzki with the screen on Brooks. Clock at 4. Leonard kicks to Teague. Crawford outside. Over to the left wing. That doesn't go in either for Teague.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
There's a screen. Dishes it to Henson. To the middle.
3 seconds.
He's looking for Leonard and finds him. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Teague dishes to Nowitzki. The fader. And it's off the back rim. No good.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
And here's Leonard from 3. And the Bulls with another miss. Smith with it. Picked up by Teague. Smith kicks to Beverly. Brooks misses.
And you can learn a lot about rebounding by watching this guy. Look at the fundamentals there on the box out.
Teague, the pass to Crawford. And again, no good by Chicago.
I'm all right with him taking that shot close to the hoop, but really not from long range.
And they go to the intentional foul. And Miami going with a whole new group out there. Here's Westbrook. He has 5. Pass to Sabonis to stop the drought. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Bulls trail by 8. Outside Holiday. Diaw, the screen. The 3 from Anderson. So it's Miami now. It's Westbrook with the drive. From 10 feet out. The shot by Nene. No good. Westbrook again. Holiday. He dishes it to Diaw. Jordan the screen. And here's Anderson for 3. Jordan kicks to Anderson. He feeds it to Kukoc. Shot's good. Kukoc has got his first 3 points of the game.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's Sabonis. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. He's got 10.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
Now here is Holiday. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Welcome fans to the FIBA qualifying round.
From deep. It's hauled in by the Heat. Nene's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Hughes, the pass to Nene. They set the pick. Here's Carroll. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one is on Holiday.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Miami leading by 10.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
Now here is Holiday. Double team on Holiday.
That's a jump ball.
And so here is Chicago. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
He kicks to Diaw. Jordan the screen. Here's Kukoc. It's good. The assist that time from Diaw. Kukoc has got 5 points now this quarter.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
So it's Miami now. Here's Ginobili. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Heat out front. They're up by 10. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to Cleveland. They've got Ginobili. Myers Leonard is out there with Haslam. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Beverly in at the three. That's the group in the game for the Heat. The Heat leading by 8. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
And they're going to have a hard time climbing back into this game if they continue to defend like that.
Now here is Holiday. And here's Anderson for 3. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Leonard against Jordan. And it's Beverly missing. Bulls trail by 11. Jordan the screen. Left side Anderson. The feed to Kukoc. To the inside. Here's Jordan.
Good, just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fella's wearing the rim out.
Get back, get back.
And here we go, the Bulls fast break. The kick out to Holiday. Five on the clock. Back to Kukoc. Fires from deep. And that one's good.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Now here is Hardaway. Haslam a screen. Hardaway kicks to Leonard. Lets it go with a 3. Ginobili gets the bucket.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Holiday against Beverly. They set the pick. And here's Anderson for 3.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated to this lead.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And here's Westbrook. Now the pass to Hughes. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
You can't miss those, but Even the best do on occasion.
Nowitzki a screen. Crawford sets the pick here for Nowitzki. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's 11 points for Nowitzki.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Here's a bonus. Shot is no good. Mourning with some nice D. Westbrook against T. Now the dish to Nowitzki. Leonard against Hughes. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And Miami called for the foul. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdowns for the Heat.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
Chicago foul call. Gh2.
Not a typical trip to the line for him there. He had been knocking them down today.
And the call will be against Jeff T. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now, here's Westbrook. Hughes against Crawford. Carroll kicks to Westbrook. Good ball movement here by Miami.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Teague dishes to Crawford. Outside Leonard. For the three. That one goes. Count it.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
Timeout called the Heat. Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear the Heat's coach going over their game plan during that break. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
That's his third personal foul.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Nowitzki kicks to Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Hughes. Soft touch off the glass.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Teague kicks to Nowitzki. And it's Nene with the rebound. Nene's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now here's Westbrook. Here's Hughes. Shoots it. They get the rebound. Westbrook kicks to Carroll. To the wing on the left. Nene down low. He's against Nowitzki. Westbrook with it. Picked up by Teague. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you've got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you've got to take it and make it.
Leonard with the steal. They're running. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Boy, and just look at what Leonard is doing.
Nene, the screen. It's Westbrook with the drive. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
At the line for your Heat.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
Teague kicks to Leonard. And Teague, here we go. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. He drops the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And so Teague gets 2 free throws.
He's really the guy you want on the stripe in that situation. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's clutch.
Outside Westbrook. Feeds it to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Nene.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're down by 4. 7 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And Miami making a change here.
Patrick Beverly.
7 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Nowitzki kicks to Mourning. Bank shot, no good.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we end with the Jordan Player of the Game.
is your year. Yeah. I realize this. I realize this. Respect this here. Check. I'm from where the hammer's rung, news cameras never come. You and your man's hung in every verse in your rhyme. Where the was slung, vanish every summer. Where the blue vans would come, we throw the work in the can and run. Where the plans was to get funded, skate up the set to achieve this. Straight bets, someone felt the most something and you nothing. Check. I'm from the other side where other guys don't walk too much, and girls from the projects went and said we talk too much. So they ran up the time and sought them dudes to trust. I don't know what the they foul just like us. I'm from where the beef is inevitable, summertime's unforgettable. Boosters in abundance, buy a half-price sweater new. Your word was everything, so everything you said you do, you did it. Couldn't talk about it if you ain't living. I'm from where pull your car and argue all day about who's the best MC. And thugs are at odds at each other's throats for the love of foreign cars. The catch cases, hoping the judge R&Rs, but most times find themselves locked up behind bars. That all. I'm from where they ball and breed rhyme stars. I'm from Marcy, son. Just thought I'd remind y'all. Cough up a lung where I'm from, Marcy, son. Ain't nothing nice. In many places, but I'm Brooklyn's own. Cough up a lung where I'm from, Marcy, son. Ain't nothing nice. In many places, but I'm Brooklyn's own. Cough up a lung where I'm from, Marcy, son. Ain't nothing nice. In many places, but I'm Brooklyn's own. Cough up a lung where I'm from, Marcy, son. Ain't nothing nice.
So where you from?
I'm from the place where the church is the flakiest, and been praying to God so long that they atheists. Where you can't put your vest away and say you wear it tomorrow, cause the day after we'll be saying I was just with him yesterday. I'm a block away from not enough away from straight. Yeah. You're laughing, you know the place well with the base well. And government politic they sells. Where we call the cops to 18, cause they hop out of vans and spray things. And life expectancy so low, we making our wheels at 18s. Well, how you get rid of guys who step out of line, your rep solidifies. So tell me, when I rap, you think I could criticize? If this flies, God strike me. And I got a question, are you forgiving guys who live just like me? We never know. One day I prayed to you and said if I ever blow, I let them know the stakes and exactly what takes place in the ghetto. Promise fulfilled, still I feel my job ain't done. Cough up a lung where I'm from, Marcy, son, ain't nothing nice. Cough up a lung where I'm from, Marcy, son, ain't nothing nice. In many places, but I'm Brooklyn's own. Cough up a lung where I'm from, Marcy, son, ain't nothing nice. In many places, but I'm Brooklyn's own. Cough up a lung where I'm from, Marcy.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks. Tuning in to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. It's the Chicago Bulls taking on Miami. It'll be the Heat off the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Mourning. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Crawford. And it's Teague in the 1 spot.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Nowitzki for 3. Offensive rebound. Goes up again. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Teague against Westbrook. Hughes the pass to Carey. There's the screen. 5 on the clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Sabonis with the bucket.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
There's the double team with Westbrook. Nowitzki outside. Jacks up a 3. Nowitzki can't get that one to fall. Westbrook with it. Hughes with the screen on Teague. Uncovered. And there's another one for the Heat.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Left side, Leonard. And again, no good by Chicago.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Inside. And stolen by Mourning. And then Leonard with the dunk.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure. And then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
Westbrook passes to Hughes. They set the pick. Shot clock at 5. Leonard, no luck.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Outside Teague. He kicks to Leonard. They double team Nowitzki. Lets it go from the wing. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Larry Hughes.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Bulls shooting their first free throws here tonight. The free throw drops for Leonard. Leonard hits them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Pass to Hughes. They set the screen. Another miss by Leonard. The Miami Heat comes into this one following a loss to Cleveland. Nowitzki a screen. Crawford kicks to Teague. Leonard on the wing. Here's the 3. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. 7 points for Kawhi Leonard. Here's Westbrook. There's the pass to Hughes. Off the screen. And that one hits back iron.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Miami trailer. Left side Westbrook. Outside Leonard. Shot to end this cold run. Miami no good on that time either. Teague against Hughes. Feeds it to Nowitzki. Down low. Here's Leonard. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. The Bulls have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Leonard having a good one. He already has 10 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Hughes, the best to Westbrook. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That's on Jeff Teague. The Heat shooting their first free throw of the night. Now here's Teague. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And there's the feed to Crawford. Outside Leonard. Pass to Nowitzki. Takes the 13-footer. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Here's Hughes. Launches it. And the shot is good. Hughes got 5.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Mourning with the screen. The 3 from Leonard. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Carroll kicks to Leonard. Can't get it to go. Some solid D from Nowitzki.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Nowitzki a screen. Here's Leonard. The shot misses. And the Heat going the other way now. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first. Hughes the pass to Carroll. He feeds it to Leonard. There's the dish to Carroll. From past the arc. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Heat lead by 2.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Now here's Nowitzki. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Oh, he has just struggled here offensively in the quarter.
Westbrook drives in. Deep 2 from Carroll. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Heat out front. They lead by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
Haslam's out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Ginobili. Then there's Nene. And it's Smith in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the Heat. The Heat with the lead. And Smith gets double teamed. And Haslam kicks to Smith. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Outside, Kukoc. The shot no good. Good work defensively by Ginobili. Haslam a screen. Smith outside. Lets it fly. And it's Smith again missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Holiday with it. Now Smith defending. Diaw, the screen. And here's Anderson from the arc. Anderson can't get that one to fall. It's Ginobili with the drive. Anderson with the block. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Ginobili, that's for 2.
You know, they're shooting around 36% right now. That's a heck of a return on an investment, but that's not very good in basketball. They shot it well in the first. but they're having trouble getting clean looks at the basket right now.
Here's the screen. Outside, Kukoc. And it's Kukoc again missing. Anderson against Beverly. Haslam a screen. Beverly dishes to Nene. Makes it off the glass. Nene's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Miami.
And finally, someone scores.
I tell you what, Greg, it's not been pretty, I'll say that much. These offenses have been really struggling.
And Holiday kicks to Anderson. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Anderson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Back to Smith. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Now here is Haslam. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 3 on the clock. The tray. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Teague kicks to Crawford. The 19-footer is on the money. And the Bulls lead by 1. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Leonard with the steal. Takes a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Nene's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Ginobili kicks to Smith. No good with the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Kicks to Crawford. Outside Leonard. 4 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Nowitzki. And the Bulls get it back. And Mourning throws it down.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg, cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out. And sometimes the best way to do that is with the timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. Now here's Westbrook. 5 points in the game. Passes to Sabonis. And they get it. Lonzo Mourning grabs the miss. Hughes with the steal. Westbrook with it. Picked up by Teague. Pass to Hughes. The 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Now Crawford. Dishes to Teague. He kicks it to Mourning. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Teague kicks to Nowitzki. Nobody near Leonard. Off target from three-point range.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Westbrook against Teague. Good ball movement here by Miami. Out to the wing. Here's Westbrook. And again, it's the Heat missing. Now the Bulls with it. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. Teague kicks to Leonard. The pass to Nowitzki. Shoots a fader. No good. The Heat go the other way with it.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Miami no good on that time either. And here is Teague. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Feeds to Nowitzki. A fader. Kicks it out to Crawford. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Bulls lead by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants, and in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
So for Chicago right now, Teague out there with Crawford. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Mourning in the 5 spot. And he gets it to go.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
They set the screen. Ginobili with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And finished off by Westbrook.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe, yeah, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up.
Outside Leonard. From outside the arc. And Westbrook pulls it down.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Leonard attacking. Hughes kicks to Westbrook.
3 points.
And the Heat, another three.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Outside Teague. And there's the feed to Crawford. Leonard, that's for 2. They get it back. Morning.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
Here's Nene.
Chicago foul call.
Tries again. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Smith comes in for Larry Hughes. Hardaway is subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Morning with the screen. Teague dishes to Crawford. Second chance effort. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Miami with the ball. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Ginobili kicks to Nene. And Morning sends it back. Tipped away. Smith the pass to Nene. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Hardaway.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Rocket 6. A 3 from Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
And so here is Miami. Nowitzki against Leonard. And stolen by Jeff Teague.
Sneaky, crafty defensive work that time. Didn't overplay his hand there. Waited until the time was right and then came up with the steal.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And he can't hit the second. The Heat trailed by 8. Ginobili left side. Hardaway with it. And Crawford picks him up defensively.
Rugged play under the boards. It's not a place for the weak of heart. You've got to go in there physically and aggressively.
Teague kicks to Nowitzki. There's a good screen. Morning with the screen. Just 5 on the clock. And Leonard gets it to go.
Defensively, guys, they just don't seem to be giving the same kind of effort that they were in the first half of the game.
Leonard dishes to Hardaway. Kicks it out to Ginobili. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his 1st foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Brooks checked in for Miami. That'll be a 5-second call.
The turnover total in the first half, only 1, but a totally different story here in the second.
And the Heat making a change here. Teague against Hardaway. And here's Leonard from 3. Back to Nowitzki. It's hauled in by the Heat. And the Heat call time here.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
.156 left in the third. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Brooks, the pass to Ginobili. They need this one. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's his first personal foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Shooting.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling. With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Shot clock at 5. A 3 from Leonard. Good on the shot. Leonard's got 29 in the game.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
From deep, Brooks. Can't hit. Nice D from Crawford.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Nowitzki kicks to Leonard. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Dirk Nowitzki, he can dish the rock, too.
You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. He's got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Give it up for yours.
Now a timeout called by Miami. The Heat trail by 16.
Patrick Beverly. Kenny
Smith outside. For 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Nowitzki's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Leonard, no luck. Smith for 3. Got it! What a shot! And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Chicago. They finish off the third quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Patrick Beverly out there with Nene. Then it's John Henson. Then it's Brooks. And it's Smith in the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
We've seen a lot of silly plays like that out of them today. Just way too many.
Teague against Beverly. Teague dishes to Leonard. Mourning with the screen. Nowitzki kicks to Leonard. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. And that's now 33 points for Kawhi Leonard. Brooks outside. Here's Nene. And he converts the layup.
Nene, 2 points.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
The Bulls leading by 13. Outside Teague. Crawford sets the pick here for Nowitzki. Leonard the pass to Teague. The offensive rebound. Back to Leonard. Mourning with the screen. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Out of bounds.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Brooks. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to Denver. Westbrook kicks to Nene. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Teague dishes to Crawford. And here's Leonard from three. That is good.
For 3.
Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his second personal foul.
That free throw good from Nene.
At the line for your Heat.
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Nene. He has 8 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
And being smart with the ball like he's been today, Clark, I think it's critical for him and them. He should repeat that every game.
Nowitzki a screen. Teague kicks to Leonard. But they get it back. Nowitzki.
Assisted. Alonzo Mourning.
And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Timeout called, the Heat.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear the Heat's coach going over their game plan during that break. He was not at all satisfied with their effort level, saying, "We're losing the hustle plays and all the 50-50 balls. We simply can't win that way. We've got to get after it." Let's see how they respond, Kevin.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
The Bulls leading by 14. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Leonard on the wing. Teague with a clean look. And the Bulls get it back.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Leonard kicks to Teague. That doesn't go in either for Teague. And so here is Miami. Westbrook passes to Hughes. And stolen by Mourning. And here's Leonard from three. Nowitzki kicks to Leonard. To the paint. Here's Mourning. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
Leonard with the ball. Outside Teague. Crawford is screen on Hughes. Nowitzki a screen. Teague dishes to Leonard. And that one's good.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Sabonis, no good. Chicago leading by 19 points. Crawford kicks to Nowitzki. There's a screen. Nowitzki draws the double. A 3 from Leonard. No good. And Miami the other way now. Poked loose. And stolen by Nowitzki.
Out of bounds.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Outside Westbrook. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Crawford leading the charge. Outside Leonard. It's stolen by Carroll. Finishes the break with a slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Leonard on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. It's deflected.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Bulls.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That certainly was their main meal, their bread and butter, if you will.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. So I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Leonard. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Crawford kicks to Leonard. Nene against Nowitzki. Back to Leonard. Here's Mourning. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Westbrook against Teague. Westbrook kicks to Carroll. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
DeMarre Carroll.
And he sinks the second. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark, Craig, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we leave you with the Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.